Mike.
Yes.
Nintendo put out a Direct this June.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Here are 7 games that they announced in it to prove that they are absolutely freaking crushing it. So Mike, first up.
Yes.
Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom.
Mm.
You get to play as Zelda, and it's not a crappy Philips game.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally, Zelda has been freed from the tyranny of the CDI.
Finally.
It's much more similar to
The Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening rather than
revamp.
Breath of the Wild
Yes,
and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's
Old
more
school.
of the old school kind of top-down-ish type stuff, but it adds some cool things. Because I was a little bit worried when they were like, now Zelda isn't going to have a sword, she's going to be a bit different. And I was like,
Give her a machine gun,
let
that's
her
what I
have
say.
something. But she's got this like,
Give her a minigun.
she's got the tri-rod, I believe it's
Just mowing
called.
down Ganon.
But she's got like a magical wand, basically, that helps her replicate things in the environment. So
Like a machine gun?
Like a table.
What?
So
That
she
doesn't
can
sound
use
good.
a table to like climb up to new places, but if she does want to fight things, she can replicate a rock and throw it in their face, which I quite like. You
Replicate
know.
a sword and hit them with a sword.
She could do. Maybe you're right at the end is the end game as you get a replication of the
Maybe
master
she should
sword.
replicate herself and there's 2 of her to beat up the bad guys.
You can replicate monsters.
Okay.
And then you have monsters to help her beat up the bad guys.
Huh. Okay.
And I'm like, that's cool. I think there's gonna be, you know, in the trailer, they showed some really fun, weird things that you can do. And I really feel it's got the vibe of Tears of the Kingdom in that it's you can break this game.
Experimental.
And the devs are like, yeah, go for it. You can create an enemy and like kind of throw them over a wall and be like, go deal with that, please, thanks, bye, I'm gonna go do this.
Exciting.
Looks good. Comes out this September, 26th September, this year. So excited. Next up, Mike.
Yes.
You know how we did a video on Outside Xtra the other week where we were like, Metroid Prime's in development hell.
Yes.
Well, it'll be out of that development hell in 2025. They've not narrowed it down further than that. But Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is coming.
I'm beyond excited.
Nintendo, you can have that. But yeah.
No, you can
Samus
pay me
is
for
back.
that, Nintendo. This was a logo for the longest time.
Oh my
wasn't it?
gosh, yeah. We've finally actually seen some gameplay. We've seen Samus roll up into a ball and roll along
She does
things
do
like
that.
above, like all the metal things jumping along. She's like, and it looks good. It looks fun. You're gonna have all the big boss battles you're looking forward to. Metroid Prime fans are, I'm sure, bouncing off the walls right now.
Like a human trapped
Like
in a
a
ball.
human in a ball, yeah, like Samus.
Must be really uncomfortable inside that ball. Must be
Yes.
terrible for her joints.
I'm really excited. It's a solid series. Not had a new game in the series for well over a decade. So
That's so Nintendo though, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be that this will be a launch for the next.
For the Switch 2.
Yeah, for the Switch 2.
Ooh, yeah.
This
it's
might be
expected
a
in
launch
2025,
thing.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so
They
like
might do
they've
that
not-
split thing like they did with Breath of the Wild, where they did a Wii U version and a Switch
Yeah,
version. They might do like
yeah.
a Switch 1 and a Switch 2
My-
augmented version.
My real hope though is that it will be back compat. Like that the new Switch will let you play old cartridges. That'd be amazing. But I don't know whether Nintendo will do that.
It would be completely insane
Against-
not to. But also, we're talking about Nintendo. They make some
Yeah.
bizarre choices sometimes. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Please, Nintendo.
I've spent so much money on the eShop, Nintendo. I need that stuff to
Oh,
still
they'll
work.
shut.
on
They'll
my
shut
Switch.
that down. They've shut down the Wii shop.
Better,
Yeah.
you better A, pay me, and B, not shut down my eShop stuff when I buy a Switch 2.
No, it'll be fun. It will come out. We'll get Metroid, and then we can play it and all our old games. Please, please.
Huh?
Next up, Mario and Luigi, new game, Brothership.
What is it set on a ship? Is that
Well,
the,
yeah,
is
it's
that
a,
the pun?
it's a
Is it a pun
yes,
title?
It's an island in the shape of a ship,
Right.
and then you go into cannons.
Confusing.
And you get shot off onto different islands, and Mario and Luigi have fun fights and adventures.
I thought a seaplane was a dangerous way to travel between islands, but firing yourself out of a cannon is ridiculous. Does this look good?
This does look really cute. The Mario and Luigi series is just like, basically it's sort of, I think it's the series that Nintendo can sort of have fun with and do a little bit something different. It's not,
it like, is Bowser's Inside Story part of
it's, I believe so, yeah. So
that
it's
one
a
where
little
they
bit
went
more...
inside Bowser's
Yeah.
guts for an entire game.
Yeah, it gives them a little bit of freedom with those characters. It looks like there's like some fun combat elements to it where you're sort of like going between Mario and Luigi to do like finishes and fight things.
Wow.
And it looks
fatalities.
Like, yeah, sort of a little bit. But like it's got that.
Mario rips out the enemy's heart and Luigi eats it.
Mario goes like
Fatality.
that and Luigi's like, come.
Flawless victory.
It looks really cute as well. It's got like a slightly different art style. It's not like the exact traditional Mario Luigi look from the main titles. But yeah, watercolor, yes, is a very good word for it. It's like they've got like the outlines and they don't look all rubbery and
But
stuff.
some of Nintendo's best stuff has been when they play around with like the art style, like
Yeah.
Wind Waker, for example. They totally altered the art style there, and it was a great game.
Yeah.
Yoshi's Island, the
Yeah.
first one, where it looked like it was drawn by a
Like
kid in crayons.
yeah.
So, I'm up for that.
Paper Mario as
Yeah,
well.
Paper
Like
Mario.
I think it's really cool when you've got characters like that are very easily recognisable, and you're just like, well, let's just do it in something else. So I can imagine the artists had a lot of fun.
You
on
could
that
make
game.
them a red oblong and a green oblong, and we'd probably know it was Mario and Luigi if the
Yeah.
red and green were correct. So
Yeah.
do what you want, Nintendo.
Do it. Yeah. We'll keep playing it. We'll keep giving you money.
I know.
You've got
We're
us.
mugs.
You've got us by the throat.
Yeah, exactly. Stockholm syndrome, they call it.
So, Dragon Quest III HD 2D is
Excuse me?
yeah, they've basically updated the graphics. They've taken the original Dragon Quest games
Right.
and given them that kind of, a little bit like Octopath Traveler vibes.
Yeah, it's sort of pixelated, but
Yeah, but there is depth. There is a
Depth
depth of
and-
field
yeah.
to it. When they announced it, they were like, by the way, next year, so we're getting the Dragon Quest III remake this year, and then next year they're going to be doing 1 and 2, I believe, as like a package together. You might be sitting there going, 3, then 2, then 3, then 1, then 2, but that's actually the chronological
right.
order.
So three's a prequel.
3's a prequel, so they're doing 3 first, and then they're bringing out 1 and 2. And the guy was like, I'm actually quite excited to see people experience it in that order, as opposed to how
Nice.
it was originally done. So,
Like
yeah.
those weird people who watch like Star Wars all the way through in chronological order, and then there's no exciting reveal when it's revealed that Darth Vader's
Well, yeah,
because that's been set up in the 3 films before.
yeah, yeah.
So that's weird. Stop doing that.
But Dragon Quest looks
Sorry.
really good, like for fans of like JRPGs, especially that classic vibe. You are.
It's
going
so
to be-
influential. If you've never
Yeah.
played it before, what a way to get involved.
Yeah, exactly. You JRPG fans are going to be well fed on the Switch, definitely. You'll be extra pleased about this next one. Super Mario Party Jamboree is out this year in October.
Yes.
Literally, like 2 days before Outside Extra's birthday. So spoilers, we're probably going to be playing that for our birthday.
Yeah,
stream.
and we'll ruin our relationships, and we'll decide to shut the channels down because they're totally
Yeah.
untenable. Because we all hate each other because of Mario Party.
Yeah, my favourite thing is like there's a new one which is like set in like a shopping mall, and there's you
new
can have
board, yeah.
you can have a sail on the stars. So
Oh,
I can
nice.
imagine it's either going to be amazing or like triply frustrating when you're
I
like
think we
it's
know
on
which one it's
sale
gonna be.
and it's over there
Yeah.
and you're never going to get there in time for the sale.
The thing that's exciting me is the Mario Kart themed
The
board,
Mario, yeah,
right?
that was the one that I was in the work chat going, Mike, there's
Yeah.
a car one.
One of the cool things about that is, and again, this is going to ruin someone's day, is that there are like speed boosts which can boost your
Up to
dice rolls up to
24 or something
yeah,
like
something
that.
crazy like that. So
Yeah, maybe even more. But yeah, you can really go.
you'll be going like halfway around the board instantly, and it's going to really annoy people.
It's the new golden pipe.
There's the new golden pipe. Yeah, a couple of classic boards coming back, but a bunch
Yeah.
of new boards.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought was quite exciting was this new sort of online mode where up to 20 players can all compete at the same time. I'm getting like sort of Fall Guys vibes from it,
Yeah,
almost.
yeah, in, like, the
you know, the idea of a
minigame
big
things, yeah.
group sort of multiplayer. Obviously, 20 players is fewer than a
Yeah.
Fall Guys round, but just that idea of like mass online. You know,
Yeah.
they've done it with like F-Zero 99 and things like that. You know, so they've had a bit of practice. I feel like Mario Party's quite often not had, you know, even well into sort of the last decade, has not had like a decent online offering.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see them building something unique that is designed around like, how can we make this fun?
Yeah. How
While
can
it's
we
being played
ruin
online.
friendships when people aren't in the same
Yeah.
room?
Oh, how can we
and
make
therefore-
strangers hate each other?
Yeah, well.
We've ruined all the friendships we can. Now let's go after the relationships between strangers.
Yeah. Let's
long as
prevent friendships as well. Yeah.
As long as there's more hatred and sadness in the world, and Nintendo's happy.
Yeah.
You can have that
I think
one as
it's I think it's a really good move for Nintendo to, you know, make it possible for you to play Super Mario Party online, so that when you know, inevitably win by getting a load of stupid stars at the end, and everyone's mad at you, you're at least not in the same room, so they can't throw the controllers at you.
Exactly.
Hey, what are y'all playing?
Who's that guy?
This takes me back.
Let's speedrun this one because it's the Nintendo World Championships NES edition.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
It's super cool. So yeah, this is a classic sort of game that was used. It was made in very limited quantities, as I understand it, back in the day, as a basis for these Nintendo World Championships back in the 80s. And what they're doing is re-releasing that, but with a bunch of modifications to allow you to improve your times and practice. So obviously when the guys and girls were practicing back in the 80s, they just had the game and they just had to keep restarting if they failed and stuff. But this has, you know, proper speed running stuff. We may find people these days who are capable of, you know, absolutely obliterating the scores and stuff from the original thing.
We had someone beat Tetris this year. We had a kid beat Tetris.
They
So, you
completed-
know,
who knew you could complete Tetris? Apparently you can.
apparently you can. This kid did it. 13-year-old kid did it. Well done.
I'm lucky if I get 3 lines. But yeah, I think this one's gonna be really good fun. I think we should play it. I think it's a kind of test of your old school gaming skills. So
100%.
as long as the arthritis hasn't set in your joints. I think it's really interesting that this is like not just a retro game, but it's almost like playable history. In that it was an event and it was a thing. And I'm hoping they'll have a bit of like documentary footage in there to explain exactly why this thing was important to people playing it. But yeah, I think it's gonna be really, really good fun. So I'm excited about that.
And they should have, what was it, that show, the Wizard, the kid, that film where he's
Oh
like
yeah.
trying to be a Nintendo champion.
That entire thing should be included on the cartridge
Yeah.
to watch whenever you like.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to another beautiful day on Friendship Island. Conditions are perfect to bake some memories with Hello Kitty.
Any honourable mentions? Anything else from that showcase in particular that jumped out at you?
Okay, so some other things that are not particularly like just Nintendo.
Yeah.
There's the Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Oh yeah. What's that all
Which is
about?
basically like Animal Crossing but with Hello Kitty and
Wow.
looks really cute. It's been on Apple Arcade already for a while, which I completely missed, otherwise I would have been playing it. But I think it would sit really well on Nintendo because Nintendo Switch is like perfect for those cozy games. Like cozy vibe games are just like mwah, on Nintendo because it's like great. And the other one, which is coming to various platforms but was shown off at the Nintendo Direct, is Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game where it's basically Animal Crossing but it's in the Shire
But
in
hobbits.
Hobbiton. And that's so good and I'm so excited to play that.
My honourable mention is the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, which
Hell yeah.
is coming out on PlayStation and PC as well. But this is super exciting. These games have been trapped in like licensing hell for quite a long time, and they're finally being re-released, packaged as a whole package with like 7 games, classic arcade fighting games, including one of the greatest fighting games of all time, which is Marvel vs. Capcom 2, all with rollback in netcode, so like really good quality netcode for fighting games. And a bunch of like additional features and secrets that they've unlocked and pulled out, and development materials and all this stuff. When Capcom does these sort of retro fighting game collections, they really go hard on like the history. But there's been a huge campaign. There's like a hashtag free MVC2, big campaign in the fighting game community for this to happen, led by a YouTuber called Maximilian Dude. And 3 years later, it's actually happening. Capcom are also working really closely with SNK, who's another rival, and they did a bunch of Capcom versus SNK games back in the day. And now that relationship's opened up again, we might get a fighting collection of those games as well in the future. This is like turning Capcom Fighting Collection into a series, which is an exciting thing in itself. So I'm super excited about that. Andy's honourable mention is the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, which is coming to Switch.
Yes.
Right? Super exciting, not just because the Ace Attorney games are brilliant in themselves, but there's a couple of Miles Edgeworth titles in there, and one of them has never been released outside of Japan before. So it's the first time it's been localized. So like genuinely new Ace Attorney content if you are an English-speaking person.
Final honourable mention, sneaky extra one. Stray is finally coming to the Nintendo Switch. Having played it on PlayStation, it's also on Xbox, but I also think it's a perfect game to play on the Switch. It's a nice short game. It's great for like if you've got a long train ride or a flight, or you're in the back of a car on a long road trip. Play Stray on your Switch because it's really good. So those are some games that are proof that the Nintendo Switch is freaking cool, and Nintendo are
Nintendo fans are eating well.
Delicious video games. They're absolutely smashing it.
Do not put them in your mouth though.
No, because they
bad for you and they taste disgusting.
Yeah, they
as well.
taste gross. And
on purpose, the little cartridges, they make them taste gross so kids don't put them in their mouth.
Yeah, but then that meant that adults went, let's make videos about that. And they didn't. We didn't know.
It's Tide Pods all over again. For pity's sake, people.
It's fine. But yeah, thank you for watching. If there's any of the Nintendo Direct games that you were particularly excited about that we haven't mentioned, do feel free to share down below and let everyone know.
If we missed one, just write Mike, you colossal idiot, and then the name of the one that we missed that you think is the most exciting. And we'll check it out.
Oh, no,
that's exactly that wording. Mike, you colossal idiot.
Okay.
Can't believe you didn't include whatever.
Okay, hopefully that won't get taken up by the auto moderation.
Maybe that's my plan.
Ah!